There's been an update when it comes to Zebec, especially from its CEO called Simon. Now, some people may think it's not the best time because of the price, but still, it's an update nonetheless. And even though nothing I say is financial advice, and even though I'm not telling anyone to do anything, I'm going to talk about this real quick because not too long ago, a lot of people were saying, okay, what's going on with what Zebec is doing with the NHL, for instance, because we thought that there was going to be some appearances of Zebec in some of those NHL games, but personally for me, especially the first NHL game that I saw, I just couldn't see it, right? Now I saw Uphold, but I didn't see Zebec, at least to me. However, there has been an update when it comes to Simon, and literally, the post starts off with saying, quick update on our NHL placement this weekend. Now, he explains how basically, because Zebec is the first token company to directly kind of I would say advertise with the NHL, the league requested extra time to approve their ads, basically. So, yeah, I mean, it's an update nonetheless. And why do I still find it pretty fascinating nonetheless? Because the team feels like they haven't given up, at least to me. If, let's say, for whatever reason, Zebec stopped updating and the CEO just didn't care anymore, that would be a telltale sign for me to just give up, really. I mean, because some other projects out there, they've completely given up. Some projects out there, even, they just don't do anything anymore. Like, let me just give an example. The Cadena organization, not too long ago, announced that they were going to be ceasing operations. I have completely stopped dollar cost averaging into Cadena, and I've completely stopped believing in that project, at least for the foreseeable future. That would be a scenario in which I would give up, for instance. But then, when it comes to something like Zebec, have I given up? No, because I just haven't seen those signs. Keep in mind, I was a big fan of Cadena, right? But then that happened. What can I do about it? But when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be a fan of that anymore. That was just my point of view. When it comes to Zebec, as long as the CEO is still at least doing something, as long as the team is at least still doing things, I still won't give up in my perspective. Now, I'm not telling anyone to do anything because clearly 10 cents is around a 32x from here, so the pullback when it comes to ZBCN has been pretty big, but my point of view is this sometimes when I take a look at it. It's like, for instance, right? In this space, when things have a pullback, in some cases, yeah, sure, they could stay low, but in a scenario where there's maybe an altcoin season, things could maybe be different. This is a little bit in contrast to an example I want to use in real life, I would say, right? Let's take a look at this shirt right here. Or let's say I bought, just an electronic item or something like that. Let's say I bought an iPod. Let's, talk about a throwback, an iPod, right? Like when I buy that, most likely, the moment I open the box, the value is going to maybe depreciate, right? That's the way to take a look at it. It's already kind of a foregone conclusion at that point. It's either I enjoy it, I use it, or you know what? The value at that point is not going to be the same as when I got it new. Like, for instance, again, just this t-shirt. Let's say it's $20. Me right now that I use it in all this, it's probably going to be like, what, $3, $5? Someone might not even want to buy it. Maybe I'll have to donate it or something. It's just an example, right? But when it comes to me, again, using this t-shirt, I already know it's going to depreciate. How can it ever hypothetically appreciate? The only way, maybe, is like if I become a rock star, or let's say I become a celebrity where, I do my autograph or something like that, and then it becomes like whatever amount. But then, as long as that's not the case, then no. This t-shirt is a foregone conclusion, basically, in my perspective, that the value has depreciated, and it'll most likely stay that way, right, throughout the time that I use it. However, when it comes to ZBCN, or not even just a ZBCN, let's say just another project. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, for instance. It's below 100 grand. Is that going to be its final amount? Is there no more chance that it could hypothetically do something? Let's say if the markets did become better? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It's different than a t-shirt. Like the t-shirt, there's no way it could ever surpass that $20 in a make-believe scenario, right? As long as, again, I don't become a celebrity or a rock star. So that's kind of the difference sometimes in my perspective that I take a look at it. So sure, if I take a look at my t-shirt value not doing the best, that's it. I can't do anything about it. Now, I can't do anything about the markets either, but if let's say a project did hypothetically go low, right? Or let's say it went lower or something like that, is it gonna stay that way forever? I mean, who knows? But during an altcoin season, if things became different, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me. So that's just kind of the way I take a look at this whole situation. Sometimes when I take a look at things going down, I feel like in some cases it might not necessarily be just this foregone conclusion, but who knows? That's just my perception. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, when it comes to Zebec, I just haven't given up. That's the way you take a look at it. I get it, ZBCN, I mean, we take a look at the pullback. I mean, it's again been pretty massive, right? But really, in the grand scheme of things, when compared to what it was just back in April, so we're not even talking about like what 8 months ago. Just back in April, the market cap was slightly under 80 million at one point, and right now it's around nearly 300 million, basically. Now, granted, when it comes to this, right? I mean, it's not the best, of course, but I'm saying when it comes to ZBCN, it's kind of come quite a way, but I get it. As of right now, projects are not necessarily doing the best in terms of price. But sometimes people like to tell me that, oh, why is ZBCN doing this? But here's the thing. Is ZBCN the only one that's having a pullback? Let me just name a couple of projects that are also having a pullback that are pretty well known, right? Let's take a look at Quant. Let's take a look at their computer. Let's take a look at Jasmy. Let's take a look at, for instance, in the case of something like even Ethereum, Bitcoin. Is it only just ZBCN? Not from what I've seen, but my point of view is that if things, generally speaking, right, if I just want to take a look at it just overall, generally, not in every single case, arguably, who knows, hypothetically, but generally, if things are just having a pullback, I'm going to be focusing on projects that I am a fan of fundamentally. Now, granted, I could easily just not believe in ZBCN anymore. I could just exit and that's it. Like, I mean, no one's, like, controlling me to do this and all this. No, I mean, I'm just doing it on my own. Do I have any control over Zebec? Absolutely not. Do I have any control over the market? Absolutely not either. Like, I have no control over what's going to happen. The only thing I can do is just take a look at the fundamentals, and that's about it. Like, for instance, let's take a look at one of the backers when it comes to Zebec. It's Circle, right? The creator of USDC. And also, let me just mention another one, Solana Ventures. Do they have any control about the sentiment when it comes to ZBCN? Even Circle, right? Which significantly, or should I say, let me rephrase that, which allegedly significantly holds a. Oh, what the? What am I saying? Okay. Circle, which supposedly holds a significant amount of ZBCN. Even despite them doing that, can they control the sentiment right now when it comes to ZBCN? Like, I don't know about that, right? Like, I mean, maybe if they don't exit, maybe it's a little bit more stable. But generally speaking, if a bunch of people just don't want to be in ZBCN anymore, if there's a lot of selling pressure, I don't know what Circle, what their ZBCN holdings could even do to kind of do anything about that, Let alone me. Like, I mean, what can I do, in this whole situation? So, yeah, I mean, even if, let's say, I take a look at the CEO of Zebec, Simon, right? No matter how much he's a fan of Zebec, how can he control the sentiment when it comes to this in terms of how the market overall feels about ZBCN? So really, in the grand scheme of things, if I kind of have this perception, what can I do? All I can do is stay patient and just stick with the projects which I am a fan of, and that's pretty much about it. I mean, beyond that, I can't really do anything. When is there going to be an altcoin season? Exactly, I don't know. Like, I mean, I can't control a moment in time in which that happens or not. Like, I don't have those capabilities. The only thing I can do is just take a look at the projects I'm a fan of, take a look at the updates, take a look at what's going on, and that's pretty much about it. What's going on with the price, I cannot control that. What's going on with the fundamentals of the project, I can't control that either. But when I see an update when it comes to Zebec, which I am pretty, I would say, excited to see them still making an update, it is something I still talk about because I am still a fan of the project. It's like, for instance, if let's say I'm a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, what can I do about their performance? I can't do anything. Like, whether or not they win the Super Bowl or not, like, there's no way I can control that, right? All I can do is be a fan, and that's it. No matter what they do, no matter how the team performs throughout the season, like, if I'm just a fan, I just believe in that, and that's pretty much about it. I mean, that's all I can do, actually. It's kind of no different here. So whether or not there's a hypothetical Super Bowl moment or not. I mean, I can't control that. The only thing I can do is just stay patient and just stick with the projects which I like fundamentally. And I do, you know, want to do that because why would I focus on projects which I don't really find the fundamentals to be that kind of fascinating to me. So that's why I'm just staying patient. I am dollar cost averaging once a month though. I mean, I'm not doing it like, or should I say, I'm not trying to find the perfect exact moment. No, I'm just doing it once a month and that's pretty much about it. But beyond that, I can't do anything else. So I'm just going to stay patient and wait. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about an update real quick when it comes to Zebec. And I want to say thank you for watching. I hope y'all have a nice day. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.